Hey, what's up, family? It's Greg Gray, Dope Living TV Live. Understand this, that the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Having said that, man, it's been a great week. Yesterday, the author Gina Gatson had an event, the Distinguished Authors Guild Awards show. It was a fantastic event. It did better than we thought it would do. So shout out to Gina Gatson. She'll be on here shortly, as well as all of those who attended, the winners, the nominees. It was a great event. Also, shout out to Miss Arkansas, comedian out of Arkansas. She hosted the gala and with the performer from Barbados, Ruby Tech. Fantastic performance, great comedy. It was just a great event all the way around. So shout out to everybody that was involved in that. I want to give a shout out to a few people too. Cara Adams, her husband Bruce Wayne Adams. Bruce, I haven't forgotten you, man. Trying to do some new things with the stuff that he's doing. So shout out to him. Much support. I'm gonna see you next week, hopefully, and get some things done. All right, so we're trying to close the week out on a high note. So earlier this week, we were talking to a financial strategist. His name is Jared Baity, and we were talking about building your financial strength, making sure that you had a different ways to enhance your wealth, so to speak, your long-term wealth. And he invited us into his world. He had what's going on, Sal? He had a different method to make some money, and it actually sounds and looks good, and a lot of people are getting into it. So, and then I just had a call from a friend and was telling me more about it. So it looks like yours truly maybe get into that too. Ed Doreen, what's going on? It's always a pleasure to see you as well. Everybody say what's up to my guy, life coach Jeff Relevant.
What's up, y'all? How's it going, man?
Everything is great, brother. I think we're gonna have a really, really, really good show tonight, man. We're gonna have Mr. Jared Baity on there tonight. He's gonna before he came on, and he had an opportunity to talk with us, but it was kind of brief. You know what I'm saying? So what we're gonna do tonight is we're gonna let him let it out. We're gonna open the gates. We're gonna let the water run.
Okay.
We're gonna really find out exactly what it is to get this financial strength together. You know what I mean? Before we bring him on, man, I want to talk a little bit about building and sustaining your wealth. As I was looking at the internet, as we always do here on DopelivenTV Live, looking on the website Invest, Making Money Work for People, and they try to tell us about rules to build and sustain your wealth. And I'm gonna read a couple of them. They wanted to say, first one was define your why for money. Why do you invest or work or any of it? What is it that money enables you to do? How does your money further and support your most important values? If the successful people know the answers to these questions, we need to know them too. Makes sense. Live within your means. If you're constantly maxing out your lifestyle, you'll never reach your full financial potential. I mean, that makes a lot of sense too. And one thing I think that Jared actually told me in one of our conversations, pay yourself first. If you can't master the simple discipline of saving, everything else in your financial life will have to work harder to pick up the slack. And I think that's so very true. And then assemble your power team. You need to assemble a team of your most trusted advisors to help guide you toward financial independence. They should all know one another and meet regularly on your behalf, if that's the course that you are taking. Ednorine says, hello, Jeff.
Hello, Ednorine. How are you?
Jeff, before we bring Jared on, and we also got Annette Coes. Is that how you say it? Coes? C-O-E-S? That's her last name. She's going to come on too, because she's also familiar with the strategies that Jared does. But before we come on, man, we're talking about financial strategy and financial health, wellness, life coaches on something like that, bruh.
I think a lot of times what we don't look at is, like we said, we don't ask those questions why or set our goals. as to define really what that means for us in terms of financial health. You know what I mean? Sometimes we just go ahead, we get money and we say, okay, since we got it, we're going to spend it. You know what I mean? A lot of times we don't say, okay, well, what can we do with like 20 grand? If somebody was to drop 20 grand right in our hands, what would we do with that? Are we going to put it in savings? You know what I mean? Are we going to pay off some debt? Are we going to actually free up some things financially so that we could actually sustain a little bit better? Are we going to invest? Because investing is very key. You know what I mean? How can you make that $20,000 turn into 40? You know what I mean? So first and foremost, I feel we should always try to clean up whatever messes we have, pay off what needs to be paid off first. That could be bills, month, 2 months, 3 months ahead if you could get ahead that way. You know what I mean? And then look into maximizing your outcome,
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what we're going to bring in Mr. Jared Baity. What's going on, Jared? Oh, you muted. You muted. Let's start that over.
Boop. All right. How y'all doing today?
Everything is great, man. How are you?
Everything's good. Everything's good. How you doing, like Coach Jeff?
Like Coach Jeff is on the delay there.
Okay.
I'm about to jump out and come back in.
Come back in, bro.
Yeah.
Before we start, Salvador says money is a tool that everyone knows how to use. Absolutely, my brother. Brandon says money is an investment in itself. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, Jared, how's everything going right now, bro?
Everything is wonderful. Everything is great. Great. Excellent. So, glad to be here. Appreciate you having me on the show tonight. Kind of just share opportunities with everybody. So,
absolutely. Everybody wants to get into the mantra of creating wealth for themselves, okay? Not just wealth for the immediate, but wealth for the future.
Well, exactly. Now, just to kind of talk about what Jeff was piggybacking off of what Jeff mentioned earlier, like what would people do if they had $20,000 just, boom, here you go. So a lot of people don't have any idea. They'll say, the first thing they do is what they want to do. They want to go shopping, go on vacations, right? They want to spend it, They say, oh, I'm going to go out to Hawaii. I'm going to go to Jamaica. I'm going to just, have fun. They don't think about, like, having that money actually work for them and grow. They think about the now. They don't think about the later, the future. And that's the problem, with a lot of people. They it's the right now. I got to have it right now. That mentality is what keeps them where they are.
Yeah. So how does someone go about, and everybody say hello to Marcella Amos.
Hey, Marcella, how you doing?
You muted, Marcella. Everybody coming on here muted today.
Hello, everyone. Hi.
And I don't know how to pronounce Annette's last name. Coles.
It's Coles. Coles.
That's what I said. Annette Coles.
Just like Coles.
Okay, without the L.
Yeah, and excuse me, y'all. I'm not showing my picture. I am under the weather.
Absolutely, no problem. We appreciate you coming on and just hanging out with us. So she has some advice as well. So, so Jared, how does someone go about getting out of that trap? You know what I mean? We got this money, so I'm gonna go spend it because I'm gonna make some money next week anyway. How do you get people out of that? Thinking differently.
Well, first off, you got to figure out what they want. What do they want to accomplish? What do they want out of life? And I think Jeff mentioned, like, you got to know your why. Like, why are you, what's your why? What's motivating you? What's going to take you to get to that next level? A lot of times people think if I get them, if I have the money, then I just need to spend it. I need to do this and do that. But if your goal is to get out of that financial rut, then you got to do something different, because we know that insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results, right? So instead of you getting your first check and you say getting a check or getting money and say, hey, I'm going to spend it, let me see where I can do it and where it can actually help me and grow. Mm-hmm. So spend less, save more, invest more. And that way you can get out of that rut. You got to spend less. Them $100 shoes, let's put that to the side. Let's hold on.
Hold on.
Stepping on his toes.
No pun intended.
You heard me. Now
Let's try $200 shoes.
I was gonna say it. It's
Right.
more than that.
Okay, Jared, you know me well, and you know I love my shoes.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's going to be a hard thing to do. I mean, I ain't got enough yet.
Right. Well, you got to figure out, what do you really want? Would you rather have that shoes, or would you rather have $1 million house? Would you rather have that shoes, or would you rather have you a Bentley? You know, what do you want? And that's what you got to figure out. What do you want? Now, if that's what you want, if you want to stay where you are, then keep doing what you're doing. But if you want more, like you want something different, you got to do something different.
No, I hear you. I hear you. So,
Yeah.
And everybody said hello to Gina Gasson. She's coming off of a wonderful night of her event, fantastically successful.
Hey, everybody. Hey. It's good to see you again, Jared, Mr. Money Man.
It's good to be seen.
And Noreen says, absolutely, spend less and save more. So as people try to, you know, like I said, readjust their thoughts to get to saying, okay, well, hey, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And as I read, it said something about pay yourself. What does that mean?
Pay yourself first. You know, when I get a check or if I get money coming in, I'm thinking about how I can use portion of my money to work for me versus me continuing to work for it. So I pay myself first. It could either be in a book, education, you know, reading a book or something that's going to, you know, get me to thinking differently, or maybe it's investing in a stock, investing in something that's going to work for me. You know, that's what I mean when I say pay myself first. It doesn't always have to. It could be, like I say, it could be a book that's going to be, you know, that can get my mind thinking differently than the norm. You know.
Okay, all right, ladies, don't let me just take over. I'm asking questions, but you guys, Jeff, you guys come on in, and that you can chime in anytime you get ready. So,
you know what, Jared, do you suggest people keep a journal of their spending? You know, when I was on my weight loss journey, I took a journal of the food I was eating to be more conscious. So would you suggest that to do the same when you're talking about money?
You know what? Absolutely. A couple years back, I had a good friend of mine. He was getting ready to get married, and then him and his wife, you know, one of the biggest arguments in marriage is over money, right? So they were newlyweds, and they were not financially where they wanted to be. They had a lot of debt going into the marriage, so we actually sat down, and just what you just said, I had them write down, you know, their spending, you know, their bills, all their bills for the month. And they had to be very, you know, open with me, their bills. And we actually had a category where their income, what they were bringing in, every single thing had to be very transparent. And then we had to see where they were spending the extra money at, the miscellaneous, the going out to eat, the shopping, you know, the shoes, the all that other stuff, you know, the 10, what do you call it, $5, you know, Starbucks, they call it $5, so $10. So we had to write down, you know, keep a journal of everything that they were spending in a month. And we realized they actually, at the end of the day, they actually had the money. They just didn't know where to put it. You know, it was in all the miscellaneous things that actually kept them in debt. And so I gave them, it was actually 60 days, and we mapped it out. We were able to help them, you know, get out of debt and actually get their nose above the water, you know. So, yeah, but like you said, keeping a journal, kind of jotting down, you know, your bills, you know, all your finances, and seeing where your money's going. If you spend money here, jot it down so you can know where you need to pull back from, you know.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
It does.
So, man, let me ask you this: so you somebody got the worst ringtone ever. You have so you just mentioned that you taught somebody or you guided somebody how to do that, and same thing that, you know, and I think I've asked Jeff the same thing. When you guys are trying to get these people to, I guess, become transparent, how hard is it? You know, because with finances, people don't want to say, "Hey, man, I'm broke," but you don't have to know it. You know, how do you get people to really be transparent with that?
Oh, is this for me? Yeah. Jump in?
It's a delay, brother. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what's.
Go ahead, Jared.
Okay. Yeah. So, well, one, they would have to actually want to get out of that rut. You can't force them. They have to actually be hurting bad enough that they're going to want that change first. That's really the only way you can really become transparent, because they can say, oh, well, I don't, they can leave out things, but you really getting into like, what do you really want? Do you really want to, how do you want to live in the next 2 years? Where do you want to see yourself? So you can figure out, how do you want your children to live? What do you want to do for your children? Put on I try to put on people's heartstrings, figure out what their why is. Why do you want to, have money to, what do you want money to do? What do you want money to do for you? Why do you want to, how do you want your children to live? How do you want to live? And so I really try to figure out their why first, and what they want to accomplish. And really, when we kind of get down to when they start breaking down, kind of telling me things, then I kind of use that to say, hey, well, if you really want to get out of the situation, we got to be real transparent with one another. If they don't be transparent with me, I really can't help.
Well, that's easy to say, Jared. To some people, it's not easy to do. I know a few people that are shopaholics, and you can't just say, you got to cut the spending here and there. That's kind of like they feel good exercise, when they get stressed and things like that.
But you know what?
Now, I'm not saying don't treat yourself, but sometimes we get to binging on certain things. We can get to shopping more than we need to. We can get to going out and buying fast food more than we really should. So there's some things that we can actually cut back on, but by keeping that journal and keeping a tab of everything that you're doing throughout the day, keep it in the car, or wherever you go, maybe in the purse or your back pocket, and then you jot down your spending. At the end of the 30 days, that's when you really start having that self-evaluation of like, okay, I know I didn't need this. I know I didn't need that,
And then, also you just have to be honest with yourself, because let's say if someone come to you, a financial consultant or something, and they're leaving things out, that's not really helping them. They're not helping themselves, and that just, to me, doesn't make sense. That's like going to a doctor because there's something wrong. And once the doctor tell you this is what's going on and this is what you need to do to be well, but then you're like, well, I didn't tell them about the other things that's happening. So you really can't help a person if they're not being totally honest with you. And then if you're not being totally honest with yourself, you're just like Jared said earlier, you're just going to keep on doing the same thing and with the same results, if not worse results. And you just have to realize what is really important to you. Are those $200 shoes important to you? Are those, wearing, let's say if you're someone that's into all of these designer clothes, do you really need all these designer clothes? I have someone close to me that doesn't go anywhere, but every time you turn around, oh, I need another dress, or I need some more pants, or another top, or another coat. But you don't go anywhere. You literally stay in the house. And then you have clothes all through the house, every closet in the house, in your garage, tags on them. And that's money that can be spent somewhere else or invested elsewhere. I do have a question for you, Jared. Last time you were on, you were talking about.
I don't like the fact that you're talking about.
I was waiting on that.
You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay, honey.
I was waiting on that. Like, get up off the shoes.
Come on, man.
Shoes, clothes, whatever your addiction is. Like he said, it could be food, going out to eat, or something. It's an addiction.
Most people who are addicted don't know they're addicted.
No, they know they're addicted. They just deny they're addicted.
Y'all, dang. Okay.
But, Jared,
it's that mindset thing. That's what it is.
You asked about Bitcoin. You talked about Bitcoins and cryptocurrency. Something when I was talking to different people and asking, have you heard about this? And what do you know about this? Something that people bring up about the grid and how electricity is going out here and there across the world. There's a lot going on. A lot of the grid systems throughout the world are antiquated. What if, and this is just a crazy what if, something like that happened, then does your money just go poof? Or what is the what
Good
to do for
question,
that.
Boston. What happened to the money if the world just shut down?
Pretty much.
If the world just shut down.
Or different countries, pretty much. Like what happens?
What happened? You mean if electricity, like?
Yeah. If we the grids go down for a long period of time, so where's your money? It's different than, well, you really can't go to the bank because electricity will be down for that too. They don't know what you have.
The bank will be closed as well. So we will be like in like cavemen and women. But no. But if the electricity goes away, there's nothing you can do about that. I mean, if the power goes out everywhere, I mean, the country was shut down anyway. If
power money's safe.
There's nothing you can do in that aspect at all. But however, to kind of more, I think I know where you're going with it. Mm-hmm. Let's just say the power comes back on, your assets are still held there. Yeah. It's still held there. It didn't go anywhere. It's being held until things, electricity come back on. Then, you might have your assets in a secured wallet, or let's just say, if you're specifically talking about cryptocurrency, I had a situation where one of my phones, it just went out on me. It just, gave me the ghost. So, but there's actually keys in my wallet where I have my cryptocurrency that I was able to actually just, when I got my new phone, put in my keys and all my assets was there. So, there's safe houses for your cryptocurrency as well.
Okay, cool.
Now I have a question.
Take them offline. We have hard wallets. You can take them offline. You can put on a hard wallet and you don't have to worry about that, and when everything comes back on, you could just plug it back up and they're your assets.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jeff.
So it's pretty safe. It's pretty safe.
My question for you, Jared, is what gives cryptocurrency its value?
Good question.
We do. We give it the value. Yeah. Different cryptocurrencies work differently. Mm-hmm. But it's more of a peer-to-peer thing that actually gives us the value. We actually create that value for that coin, or that token, or whatever you want to call it. So it's, we actually create that value. The more news feeds or different, things that come out can actually move coins certain ways. People promoting it can get people more interested and more buying it, and then so it can raise the value. So the more people that are participating in it gives it that value.
Got you. Kind of like how our system is with money.
Say it again.
Kind of exactly how our system is with paper money. We give it value because we go ahead, we use it. It's in circulation so much. So therefore, the people give greenbacks or paper money value. Right.
So yeah.
Gotcha.
Absolutely.
So let me ask you also, Jared. So when you're doing stocks, cryptocurrency, and things of that nature, does it profit you or does it hinder you if you say you put an initial amount of money in there, the time in the market, the time that you leave it in? How does that work?
Well, it depends on what your goal is. If you have long-term goals or short-term goals. If you have short-term goals, that's when, if you're dealing with cryptocurrency, you need to know where it's going. If it's actually have a bullish market or a bearish market, meaning if it's raising in value or going down in value, you need to know that if you're going to have a short-term goal. If you got a long-term goal, no one that has been invested in Bitcoin, if you've held it for over a year, 2 years, no one has ever lost their money. No one. So the value of it is going to continue to increase. It actually almost hit 70K, I think, the other day. So early this year, you might have seen it at 30,000, So the value of it is continuously going up. The time to participate is higher than ever, and it's not really just one cryptocurrency. There's many cryptocurrencies out there: Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple, Dogecoin. I'm sure you all heard of that. If not, it's a popular coin. Shiba, So there's many coins. You just got to figure out, you kind of do a little your own research to figure out where you want to put your, invest your money in. I don't put all don't put all your eggs in one basket. I spread it abroad. So I put it, I'll pick up maybe multiple coins, but for me currently, I've been actually I have a company that I'm working with that's actually doing a lot of trading for me, and I'm reaping the benefits of that. So they're actually giving me a 3% return weekly. So that's what I've been doing currently.
Annette, go ahead, Annette.
Yes, I am also with that company, and I truly, truly love it. Greg knows me, and he knows that I am a gambler, I should say, because on the weekends, that's how I feel like I pay myself. Like that's my relaxation time and whatever. But now that I am with the company that Jared is with, when I go to the casino now and I lose 500, 600, 300, I'm like, damn, I could have invested that money because now I am really, really compounding like so much now, and it's really, really going to change my life. And it's already starting to, because it's changing my relaxation mode. Because now I'm not that king of taking that much to the casino. I rather like, I'm going to add 200 more, or I'm going to add 15 more hundred, because I'm seeing the results of what I've already put in. And so if you do get in with this company, we're not pressing you, because the good thing about the company is you don't have to bring two, bring one, any of that. You're going to win every week. So if at the end of the week, we call it Compounding Friday, if you don't see a plus, then hey, by all means, just jump out. So nobody's gonna hold you hostage or beg or anything. It's just trying to tell the people that we love, because normally we get in things when it's like really, really too late, or the people at the top get all the proceeds. But now it's like really early in the game, and I think it's just a great thing. And for me, it has changed me totally.
And see, I was talking with Annette a little while ago before the show, actually, and she just sounded so excited. Greg, why aren't you in it? Why aren't you doing this? I hear that from Jared every time I see him anyway. Which I don't take it as you're badgering me. Is that what they're doing is actually trying to, and as Annette just said so well, it's you don't have to if you don't want to. All right, they're just trying to help the people that they love see some residuals from all of their hard work. Period. That's what it is. I mean, and they don't have to do this. Same as like with what Jeff does. You don't have to help anybody. You know what I mean? But it's an innate thing in all of us to want to help. And these people, Annette and Jared, they're giving us this advice, telling us, okay, you can make money here, and do it the way that it shows you how to do it. They're not actually telling us how to do it. They're telling, hey, go here. Self-explanatory. And every Friday, you'll be able to compound. You'll be able to make some money. All right. I mean, if I'm and Jared, I want to get into this with you about that particular platform. All right. So again, we touched on it earlier in the week, but can you explain that platform again?
Okay. All right. So usually when I talk to people that really want to do, have their money working for them, one, you got to realize that the banks is not giving them anything on their money. And you come to that realization that if you had $1,000 in your savings account, after a year, you're gonna have probably they give you 0.01%, maybe that. So that's about $10 after a full year. So instead of leaving all your money in the savings account when you're not getting anything, and the banks are making millions of dollars, billions of dollars on your money, have your money work for you, right? So whether it's this or whether it's something, find something where your money can work for you. That's the main thing. However, I found a platform that has been working for me and to the tune of a lot of other people, I just say. So you got to understand how compound interest works. And that was a new thing for me a little bit. And when I learned about it, I'm like, wow, okay. So basically, in a nutshell, compound interest is, if you get an example, that $1,000, and let's just say 3%. After the first week of 3% of $1,000 is $30. So now you have $1,030. And then the next week, you're doing 3% of $1,030. So then it's constantly building. And before you know it, within a year, you have over $4,000 off of a $1,000 investment. One-time investment can grow to over $4,000 in a year. Over 10 in 2 years, or no, actually over 20,000 in 2 years and about 100,000 in the third year. The next time we come on, I'll see if we can get a chart. You know, I know Greg, we talked a little bit earlier, kind of jumped on, but we'll definitely have a chart to kind of lay it out. But that's really how compound interest works. So, yeah.
Okay, and this is the platform is called Novatech.
Yeah, platform Novatech. It's a company based out of West Palm Beach, Florida. A couple out of there. The wife is the CEO, Cynthia Pettion. They're basically a legally registered hedge fund company. Okay, and they actually trade our money in cryptocurrency and forex and give us a return. And over the past 2 years, they've been averaging about 3.5% a week, about 12% a month in your money. So, yeah, you can trade as long as you want. There is no contracts. They don't, 100% of your capital is invested and traded for you, and you got access to your money day one. After 90 days, there is no processing fee or anything like that. If you decide to withdraw your money, you get 100% of your money. So it's been working, like I say, for a lot of people. So.
That's what's up. Did I have the right? I don't even think that was the right link.
Yeah, if you want more information about that, it's Baity.novatechfx.com. That'll be, if you want to see a little bit more about how that works, Baity.novatechfx.com.
Yeah, I think I just advertised somebody else there.
No, that might went anywhere. That's fine. It wouldn't went anywhere. So
it's Baity. It's
or
Baity.
You can actually email me. Yeah, Baity BAITY.novatechfx.com. So you can actually get a lot of information on the website about the company and everything else. Yeah, or you can email me. Say it again.
Now I was gonna say with how all of that works, okay. I remember I got a buddy who's kind of into crypto and everything like that. He was saying that with it, it's fast transactions, right?
Yeah.
Fast, quick transactions. And how fast they get traded and such. So once they reach a peak or a high point, that's when I forget how he explains it, but he said that's when you go ahead, you make that money at the peak and then you cash out, and that's how you're able to get that return. Is it something like that?
Well, it's a little bit different with stocks. I mean, with cryptocurrency and forex, because when you deal with stocks or you really like investing in a company, so you actually make money as like investing in Apple or Google or Microsoft. You make money as the company grows, right? Mm-hmm. And if the company tanks or goes down, you lose your money, correct? Mm-hmm. All right. Well, in forex, you actually don't buy it; you actually trade it. Cryptocurrency and forex, you actually more trade the currency. So you're basically just pitting one currency against the other. So you're actually making money as whichever one. So if you're doing, like, let's just say the US dollar versus the euro. If the US dollar is stronger, we're making money. If it tends to change directions, we put in sell orders and make money as well. So it's really a win-win for us.
Okay.
So I make money. Actually, I've been trading since 2018, even before I got with the platform or the company I'm with now. I've been trading since 2018. So yeah. So we make money both ways, buying and selling. And that's what the company does. They actually they have, artificial intelligence that actually, they got bots that actually trade it and sell it for us. And that's how we get our returns.
Yeah, so we don't have to do anything because I'm not smart in that area.
Let the experts do what they do, and then we'll be able to reap the benefits.
So I give you $300, and that $300 can get some return on it.
You don't give it to me. You invest in yourself.
You. I know, not you. But I give them that $300, and then it's their job to make sure that I get a return on my $300.
Absolutely. And no matter whether you come in at 300 or 25,000, everybody is the same percentage. It's across the board. So it's a percentage across the board for everybody, no matter where you start at. The cool thing about it, I tell people is, invest no more than you're willing to lose. Invest no more than you're willing to lose. Why do I say that? Can you lose? In this, the potential of it is not likely. But I tell people there's nothing guaranteed. Nothing in life guaranteed except we'll live and we will die. That's the only thing that's guaranteed. So invest no more than you're willing to lose. you know. But what does Steve Harvey say? You gotta jump. For those people who want more in life, you gotta jump. You gotta take that risk to say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna put some seeds over here because at some point, something is gonna be. I'm gonna put my seeds in something that's gonna be fertile and grow for me. And for me, this is one of the platforms that's grown.
Well, how do you cash out? What if I decide, well, I only want to make 5,000 and then I'm done with this whole thing?
Then cash your ass out.
Yeah, you go. Exactly. You request your money, and
are there fees though?
Well, remember, I said after 90 days there is no fees. The first 90 days there's a 15% processing fee if you decide to pull your money out, because you got to realize this is almost like it's a hedge fund. It's almost like you got the pooled money, just like in an annuity or a mutual fund. You know, it's very similar. So these money they're actually trading. So if you do it within 90 days, you know, it'll be a 15% processing fee, but after 90 days, you can get all your money.
So I'm trying to understand it a little bit more.
Okay.
So in those 90 days, I'm required to invest a certain amount or an amount that I choose?
Amount you choose.
So say, for instance, like Jeff said, I want to start with $300. So
right.
If I decide this all I want to invest in this is 300 over the next 90 days, and I don't want to put anything else in there, how does that work?
You don't have to put anything for the rest of your life. You can just trade as long as you want. If it's past the 90 days, if it's 6 months, a year, you watch your 300 grow every single week. Every single week.
On Fridays. Compound. What do you call it? Compound.
Matter of fact, if you're like me and Annette, we compound on Fridays and Saturdays, but you know, that's another topic.
and listen, y'all, for real, this is so serious that my kids, my boys, they are 28 and 31, and they are both on disability, and they hardly get nothing. You know, disability is only like $700 a month, and they both love it. When I say love it, they love it. And normally when I come home and tell my husband something, he's like, "Oh, you can get in it. You know, it's not for me." But Jared was there. Actually, we was doing something else, but Jared was there and he told me all about it. And my husband was like, "Shit, I'm getting in that." And he normally, you know, he don't gamble. He don't do any other sort. And this morning, probably about 6 o'clock this morning, he was telling me how much he was compounding. I'm like, "Damn, you looking already?" So that's how excited he is about the Compound Friday. So it really, really works. So every Friday you will see growth.
So in other words, you can just take $100 or $1,000,
right
in there, wait 90 days or longer or whatever, you know, and just let it compound for you. If you don't see the growth, you can take it out. If you see the growth, then hey, go ahead. Now, is there an option where you put your 100 in there? I'm using $100 as an example. Put $100 in there. And you say, okay, so yeah, this is working. I see it going. Okay. At what point can you go ahead and put more?
Anytime you like. Yeah. Sorry, Jerry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. You know, at any point you can fund it with more. At any point, they don't even require you to do that. But if you choose to, you can do whatever. You know, you can fund it as you know, whatever you want. If you see it working for you, you can say, you know what, I want my, you know, you just call it your baby. I want my baby moving faster. Then you feed it more. If you feed it more, it'll grow more.
And if you're anything like me, I started with $1,000 and I saw that it was working the first week, so I jumped and did 1,500 more. But I'm really like talking with my husband almost every night because I think I'm going to do 20K. Because it only makes sense because I have more than that sitting in the bank, which is doing nothing for me.
And then you also got to realize that, Greg, we're gonna do this if it's possible. Matter of fact, the next time I'm on, let's have that calculator up, because that is actually what I've ever on my daily basis. I show people this calculator, and I have multiple people up a day off the calculator and showing them how it works, because people are more visual. When they see it, then they get it. So we're gonna make sure that next time we're on, we have that calculator, so everybody on the panel can actually see, and all our viewers can actually see that.
Yes, because that's how you got me, with me being nosy. He was over my house for something else, and I saw the calculator, and I was being nosy, like, what is that? And when he told me, I'm like, shoot, yeah. And my husband was like, oh, I'm in. And I'm like, huh? He's in. And so I'm like, so the calculator is really the key. You really need to see the calculator. I mean, I could pull it up, but I don't know if you all could see it. So just next time, Jared, be prepared with the calculator, because it really is the key, and you will understand it much better with the calculator.
We don't even see you.
I know, because I'm under the weather. I had a doctor's appointment today. I have flu-like symptoms, so I'm looking a mess. I've been in the bed all day, so I'd rather not.
Yeah, we ain't got our mask on, so you can't come on.
Right, exactly.
Now, Gina, let me answer Gina's question a little bit more, if that's okay.
That's okay.
The cool thing about this is that in 6 months, based off of our average, remember, I tell people past performance doesn't predict, give future results, but we've been averaging 3.5% every single week. Within 6 months, your money will double. So why not at that point take out your principal, what you've invested? Now you're playing with their money. So if you invest $1,000 within 6 months, you'll be over $2,000. Pull out your $1,000 and then use their $1,000.
Exactly.
Let me address the elephant in the room, because I know plenty of us probably got this question on their mind. If this is such a great thing, why aren't more people in it, and why aren't we all rich?
That's very simple. Very simple. You asked the question, why isn't everybody in it? Well, that's why I'm here, to introduce it to you all, because you won't see it on TV. It's not advertised that way. It's more peer-to-peer, which is the most powerful way of, word of mouth is most powerful. So you won't see it on TV or anything like that. It's pretty much a word of mouth thing. So I just happen to be privileged to hear about it and participate in it. And that's why we're here. I'm sharing it with you all, so you all can have that same benefit that I've been blessed with, if you choose to.
Okay, I have a couple of questions. Now, how long has this been going on with this?
2019. Company's been around.
2019. And so I'm just trying to get clarification. So is this similar to, so certain amount of people put some money in, and then the more people that come in, that's where the money is coming from? You get other people in, and then more money, and is that how that's working? Kind of like a pyramid thing? No.
That's a great question. I apologize if I'm just so excited about your question. Thinking of an annuity.
Okay.
Thinking of a mutual fund. Mm-hmm. That's something we know for sure. Mm-hmm. We work at a job. Well, if you work a job, they might have an annuity available or a mutual fund. All your coworkers are invested in this annuity, invested in the mutual fund. Whatever investment company they have is now investing in stocks, right?
Correct.
Over a period of time, 15, 20 years of you working, right? 30 years of you working. Then they say, okay, it's time to retire. I want to get my money out. I want to annuitize my annuity. Annuitize meaning you want to get paid out a percentage of what you have in there every single month, right? Mm-hmm. It came from everybody at your job, everybody at another business with the same investment company, right? Pooling their money together, and this company is now investing in stocks for you all, so you all can have something to retire in an annuity. This is something similar, but instead of annuity, they call it a PAM account. Okay, so when you work with cryptocurrency and Forex, it's called a PAM account. Very similar to what annuity does and a mutual fund, but it moves 100 times faster, right? Mm-hmm. So to answer your question, it is a pool of money. It's a hedge fund, so it's pools of money. Different people investing, and the company and the experts are trading the money. The same thing that a mutual fund company or annuity company is doing as well, or another investment company, shall I say, is doing. Mm-hmm.
So is it?
We don't. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
How much is it taxed at?
Well, the thing about it is we're doing cryptocurrency, and currently cryptocurrency is not taxed. So we pay in Bitcoin or Ethereum or Litecoin, and we get paid out in Bitcoin. So currently cryptocurrency is not taxed.
Okay, I'm new.
You better come on.
Okay, so I'm new to Bitcoin.
Not a problem.
So you say you pay in Bitcoin. Let's say I say, okay, I'm going to take my money out. I need money. I want to do this. I want to do that. So what can I purchase with Say I want to get another house. Yeah. So I want to pull out some Bitcoin. How can I use that to purchase if that's not regular money?
Actually, and I know you probably don't know, you can actually buy houses, you can buy property, you can buy luxury cars with Bitcoin. You just might not know that, but you actually can. However, let's just say you want to pull out in cash. Let's just say you're actually asking me, how do I get it back in US dollars?
Mm-hmm.
There's multiple ways. You can actually use, I don't know if you have Cash App or heard of Cash App, but Cash App, there's a way where you can actually purchase Bitcoin. But just like on my back office, when I say I want to get paid, I want to draw out $1,000, I can have my money moved to my Cash App and then I sell it and then it goes right to US dollars. So
is it dollar for dollar?
Yeah, dollar for dollar. Yes, dollar for dollar.
Okay.
So what's the risk?
So say it again.
What's the risk?
The risk is probably you not getting in.
The risk is you not jumping. You're not taking a jump, Greg.
You not getting in.
Don't point Greg. Don't point at it.
Well, I'm answering your question.
You lose your money.
Let me ask this one question.
Everybody say what's up to Chris Mills.
Okay.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on, Jared?
Hi, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, what's up, Chris? Good to see you, my brother.
Hey, what's up? The one question I have is, what's the downfall? Because it's always a downfall. It's always a con to a pro. So what's the con to it?
And that's my question. What is the risk?
Right.
You know, and I knew you were getting at that with that, Greg. As I looked over it,
it has to be something.
I haven't seen it, to be honest. I haven't seen
it. You know what? Thus far, I haven't seen one either. And for me, as I tell, I don't know if you were on earlier, but just what I say is on Friday, if you don't see that plus, then hey, jump out. I'm telling you, it's just like awesome for me. I haven't saw a catch yet. And trust me, I am one to analyze and dissect and bisect everything. Greg knows me. I will. So trust me, if he know that I came to him with this, it was real. Because
I'm not saying it's not real. But,
no. I know.
You know it's always.
Yeah, you always waiting on that catch, you know.
It's something that like everything is going
great. Good.
Right. Yeah. Everything is going great. So it's always that one thing that you probably haven't seen, but you might have heard.
I haven't, and even on the reviews. And then I just love it because you don't have to bring that, you know, like, oh, you got to bring two people in, you got to bring one person in. You don't have to bring nobody.
I love that. None of that. That's not a part of it. My thing is like not even, like even when they tell you about it, they say, well, this can happen. Where the market can crash or this can happen. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's the only thing I'm talking about.
Well, you know what? Let me address that real quick. You know, and that's what I was telling. That's what I think I was telling. I'm not sure who that was on the panel, but I was mentioning earlier that with the market crashing, like we talked about in stocks, right?
Right.
That's the difference because when the market crashes in stocks, most people when they have the investment in a stock, right? They need that company to move up in order that their value, right? But because if that stock drops,
you lose.
My key thing that I heard was Bitcoin.
Right.
Wait. And then 100 millions of Bitcoin that went away, that dropped it a little bit. That's what I was getting to. That's why I was like, what is the con to it? Like, that's what I was getting to.
So in cryptocurrency and Forex, like Bitcoin, you mentioned how it took that drop and it came back up.
Right, exactly.
The people the people who are trading it, remember, we're not how about it? We don't make money just when it goes up.
Right.
When Bitcoin falls, we make money as well because we're putting in sell orders. So the company is making money. They have bots that's actually chiming in when the market looks like it's about to go up. We making money.
Right.
When it looks like that Bitcoin's about to drop, the bot puts in a sale order, and we're making money.
Gotcha.
And that's why I say it's a win-win versus a stock. Where I have stocks. I have stocks in multiple companies, and I need that company to perform. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I need to do good, and then I do good. So, and that's the difference with this.
I need a little bit more clarification too, because I'm like Marcy. I don't understand the Bitcoin. I don't dib and dab in the Bitcoin. But if I give you 300 in cash, well, not you per se, but if I invest 300 in cash,
is 300 your ceiling or something?
Now listen, you be quiet.
Hypothetically,
you don't know anything about this,
Jeff.
so I need you to be quiet.
Got that 300 from Jeff.
So if I invest 300 in cash, and I decide I want to pull out, you're saying that I get paid back in Bitcoin?
Yeah, because you're actually paying for it in Bitcoin. So like the way we do it is you can I typically, because it's so easy and people are familiar with it, I use Cash App. I purchase my Bitcoin in Cash App, and then once I purchase it in Cash App, then I actually fund my account. And then when I'm ready to receive my money, I request my payout, and then it comes to my Cash App, and then I sell it, and then now it's back into US dollars.
I was just getting ready to ask you what I'm gonna do with some Bitcoins.
So
Right.
that's what I was asking. What can you purchase with it?
Yeah, we convert it back to US dollars.
And is that dollar for dollar, or is how do you convert it?
Well, there's when you actually purchase Bitcoin, there is a transaction fee. It can range. I mean, it could be depending on how much you like. Let's say $300. If you do it through Cash App, it might be about $6, $5 to cost you to purchase it for the transaction fee. But when you sell it, it's dollar for dollar.
And when you sell it, how do you know you're going to be able to sell it? Is that a guarantee or?
Because there's always somebody that's buying it. So yes, it basically goes back to the market in a way.
Okay.
It goes back to the market.
Hey, look, Bitcoin is easier than selling penny candy.
Ooh.
Right. So when you sell it, it's just automatic because Bitcoin is gonna be in the market, so it's gonna just go right back. So yeah.
Well, and the easy thing, Gina, like anyway, you should be investing 300 in Bitcoin if you're just sitting on it. You should be doing
if it's just sitting in your bank, you mean for
savings.
Yeah, but then this all depends on which type you buy too, right?
No, it's just Bitcoin, period. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're buying Ethereum or Litecoin or Dogecoin, that's different.
But Bitcoin is just Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so if you buy Bitcoin, okay.
Yeah, you should have that. Everyone on the panel should have that regardless. Just even if you're just sitting on it, you should have that.
Yeah, because like I mentioned before, if anybody that held Bitcoin over 3 years, no one has ever lost money. Actually, if you held Bitcoin over 2 years, no one has ever lost money. As of yet, so, and Bitcoin is projected to hit over 100,000. It's going to happen. And this is what's happening. And that's why so many Black people, African Americans, are actually jumping on it because they see the shift. They see what's going on. Even the United States is trying to create their own digital currency.
And they got a new currency that's about to drop in December. That's about to actually change the currency of everything. It's crazy.
Yeah, and that's tax free.
Currently,
no one can currently touch it, and it can be touched at any point. No one can touch it. Once it's in there, it's like how they used to say you put your money in a Swiss account, and it's like hidden over there.
That's what the blockchain is. Blockchain is like the new Swiss banks. That's what it is.
Right. It's a peer-to-peer network that actually.
Did you hear about the governor of New York that wants his first 3 checks and to be paid in Bitcoin?
Yeah, they had I think it was an NFL player or a baseball player.
It's a lot of them now. Yeah.
That wanted his checks in Bitcoin. He didn't want his checks in cash. He wanted them paid out in Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
So my fiance is going on to research it now. What should he look for?
Well, he can actually go to the site that's posted up here. He can actually tear it up. He can go to opportunity. He can go to just click on every single link. Click on the menu button and click on every single link. Click on the opportunity. Click on about us. Just click on the links. Read about the founders. Hear some of the stories. And just do your due diligence, do your research. But you got to be mindful where you do your research at, because if you go Google anything, you'll find exactly what you want to Google. So if you want to find some negative things about the company, you're going to find that. If you want to find you can find that about any company. You can do that with any company out here. You'll find what you're looking for. I just tell people.
But you can't find it on Robinhood or any of those type of sites.
You said Robinhood?
Mm-hmm.
No. This is something things. No, they're not. Robinhood is set for like, actual coins and stuff like to invest. This is a company. This is a total separate thing. This is a company that actually does trading for you. So no, you won't. You only can go to their website to get that information.
So I have a question. So if I want, okay, I'm retired from federal government. If I wanted, let's say, I can tell them I want my check in Bitcoins, or no, you can't just. Companies aren't doing that, or
I don't know I don't know about that. I don't think they do that.
Okay. Okay.
But for whoever, definitely want more information and definitely want to see a calculator outside of this, they can actually email me at jaredbaity6@gmail.com. So if you want to get more information, if you're interested in even, wanting to invest, you can contact me, or just for informational purposes, at jaredbaity6@gmail.com. And I can actually show you a calculator, that compound calculator that we'll have next time we come up. I can actually send it to you directly. Okay. So, and that, again, that's jaredbaity6@gmail.com.
Let me put it up there.
All right.
Hey, so with stocks, I know this Novatech isn't a stock, but is there a volatility level for this? How volatile is it?
In what?
In this Novatech, can you gauge it by volatility?
Well, I'd say it's not really Novatech; it's really the market, which is cryptocurrency and forex. Well, cryptocurrency is more volatile than forex. Forex is the forex exchange. That's dealing with the American dollar, U.S. dollars, the euro, the Canadian dollar, the francs, the Swiss, stuff like that. That's forex. Cryptocurrency is all the digital. That's what's volatile, like Bitcoin, Ethereum. Those are things that has more, fluctuations than anything. So it is volatile, but the thing about it, like I say, we have bots that actually checks consistently. It puts in when to put in buy orders, when to put in sell orders. So it's actually it's going to do all the work. That's what makes it more steady, more streamlined, and more safe, shall I say.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Everybody was talking with Jared Baity. I call him a financial strategist. I don't know what he calls himself, but that's what I call him. And we also got Annette Coles on here, who's I'm gonna call her the same thing, right? But and we're trying to learn how to get financially straight, okay? At least for future reference, get our finances and get a way to make some money for our futures. Gina got $300. I think that's all she got. She got $300. She want to put in because that's the only gauge she been putting up there. $300. Okay, say I got $300 and I want to buy a pair of gym shoes. No, Gina.
Leave Gina alone, Greg.
I might have a little less than that now.
Hey, like Jared said on the last one, don't be willing to invest anything you can't worth to lose. Yep. If you can't miss it, don't invest it.
Oh, exactly. Dang, Chris, you gonna invest about $1 million, ain't it?
No, that's you, man. You're the millionaire on here.
Oh, come on, that's you, dude. Well, I might be the millionaire, but you got what you up there with Jay-Z?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Billion.
Know what you're talking about?
Mr. NBA billion.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Greg just be trying to tell everybody's business.
You're talking about Christopher Lane. Chris Mills don't know nothing about that.
Should have known that answer.
Come on, y'all. Look at the ladies on me today, boy. Y'all attacking Greg today. We had a great day yesterday, Gina. Stop. I'm on your side.
Oh, how did everything go yesterday?
Everything was great, man. We look, and just going off topic for a quick second. So she had the Distinguished Author Guild award show yesterday. And, without saying too much, I was kind of angry because Chris, I told you, bro, went down to the line again. All right. But it wasn't really her fault. It was just, it happened.
Hey, Gina, I got the phone call again. Okay, go ahead, Greg.
But
not my buddy.
It came out fantastic. Man, it was better than we thought. And her and I were talking before the show started. It's like, oh man, I don't know. I don't want to put this out. I don't want to put that out, and it's this and that. But it came out well. Came out very well, and it's still rolling. There's still people that are checking it out. So, matter of fact, I got a lot of. I don't want to call it work, but I don't want to do the work. But people are asking me to do a lot of stuff because of it.
Wow, that's awesome.
Let me.
But you get kickbacks from that royalty, something.
Let me do this then.
That's with you.
Let me do this then. Hey, Jig.
Yep.
2022. Let's do the distinguished Arthur Gill in Vegas.
Hey, I'm down for that.
We can do it at my event center.
I'm down for that because I've been thinking about doing a physical event in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And that was an idea that we had that was already discussed a little bit. Atlanta, Vegas, but I got family out there in Vegas.
Let's do Arizona.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's make that happen.
We'll do Arizona as well.
Yeah.
I heard that the distinguished Arthur Gill will be in Las Vegas, Nevada.
I don't own nothing in Arizona.
I would love that.
What did you say?
Don't talk, Chris.
I said I don't own nothing in Arizona.
Las Vegas, Nevada. Everybody gonna be there. We're gonna make it happen. All right.
Hey, that's a great place. That's a great place to do it, though.
Yeah,
start
let's
planning
talk about
it now.
Yeah, let's talk about that so we can get it.
Yes,
all
absolutely.
Start planning it now.
Right now.
Right, I'm coming.
Yeah.
Right now, we get a plane, a propeller plane, because I can't afford that much more.
A propeller plane. Oh, come on now. We can do better than that now. We could get a low budget jet or something.
You know, they still watching, so they still subscribing. So if the money keep coming in like it is, then we'll be able to afford that luxury liner. And all of us will be on that first class. Jared, you invited. Annette, you invited. Let's go. And
hey, sounds like a plan to me.
Mm-hmm.
But right now we're looking at a propeller plane. We might have to push off the.
And Jen, I have a lot of authors that I didn't even think about. And I was, when I was telling them about the DAG, well, why didn't you tell me? I was like, sorry, I forget about that.
Yeah, I had some people too that said they want to get in 20 also. Like Shanta, and then I got a guy in North Carolina that wants to get in also. So
yeah, I had quite a few people tried to come in after the deadline, and we just have to keep that deadline because as you know, Marcella, reading those books, it's time consuming, and we have to. And my objective was to have a hard cutoff so Greg wouldn't have all this last minute stuff to do.
That shit didn't work anyway.
I'm gonna help with it next year. We're gonna. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm.
You were a great help, Marcella.
Thank you. No, but when it comes to deadlines, I don't play.
Such a huge help. Being one of the readers and getting those books read and giving the feedback in a timely manner.
Thank you, man. It was a fantastic event. Everybody loved it, and even the Barbados, Ruby Tech from Barbados. He enjoyed it so much that he plagiarizing right now.
He playing it all over Barbados.
And playing it all over. Anyway, man, let's get back to Jared. So the thing I like about what you're doing, Jared, and that's why I wanted you to come on here, is that if y'all notice, Chris, Gina, Marcy, when he's describing it, he's always smiling. Okay, he's happy to tell us. So I'm saying that's a sign of somebody who he's happy with what he's doing and want to share it to everybody else. Okay, and Jared, what are the benefits to you for sharing it with everybody? Because you I mean, it's not like you're getting anything from it as far as financially, is it?
No, Lord, everything I'm telling you, is just for you all. Whether you all participate or not, it doesn't affect me. Remember the compound is money that we make anyway. However, the company does have and set aside certain percentages that they actually kick back. So if I do refer somebody, they do, kick back me a percentage, but it doesn't come out of anybody else's pocket. It comes straight from the company. The company is, just kicks back me percentages based off of the people, the compound part of it. So
right.
Nothing directly out of the individual.
The company is Novatech.
The company Novatech, yep.
Novatech, okay. Okay.
So if you do like I say, I tell people it's like that, if you decide to invest and don't want to tell a soul, you don't have to. You just compound, make your money, you're good, watch your money grow every week, you get excited, and then it'll eventually build up to something that you can retire off of. Great. However, if you do decide to share with a friend or a family member, the company will give you percentages as well. So, and yep.
Oh, okay.
Every single week they give you. Yeah, so if you share with a friend, a loved one, they give you, like I say, maybe 5% a week of what they compounded. Not out of their pocket, but straight from the company.
Only what they was compounded on, like say, okay, so I'm in it, and then I bring my friend. So I bring my friend Gina in, and she put her $300 in.
$300.
So only 5% that I would get would be only what's compounded on her 300. No. Right. On her, only on what, not her 300, but what she made off of that 300. That's what I'll get the 5% off of that.
Yes.
Okay, not of the 300, just what she made off.
Off of the compounded part, and that's every single week.
Okay.
Every single week. But you got to remember, that 5% grows. Why? Is because your compound money grows every single week, so that 5% grows as well.
So as long as she keep that in there and she's compounding, every week I'll be getting what my money is compounding plus what her money is compounding, 5% off of that.
Exactly.
And plus whoever
look at that.
Yeah, you got it. And plus whoever she puts in, you're gonna get a percentage off of theirs too.
But remember,
what did you say, Annette? What she say?
Tell them, Jared.
She said,
"Go ahead, Annette. Go ahead, Annette."
No, you gotta do it.
I ain't even in it, but she
we
said.
We want to hear from Annette. We would love to hear from Annette.
No, you go ahead, Jared.
Hey, we ain't gonna play this merry-go-round.
Okay, I was saying not only if you get it off of your friends, but if your friend puts somebody in, you're gonna get a percentage off of what they compound as well, and it goes down. I think 9 levels.
Yes.
Yeah. So it adds up.
And there's also profit sharing as well. So there's profit sharing once you hit a certain. If you decide, remember, this is not something that I'm, doing for any other reason but to get you information so you can maybe change the zip code, however you want to do it. But if you just want more life, that's why I'm sharing this information.
Yeah, because you do not have to share it at all.
Yeah, you do not have to share it. But however, if you do, the company is going to incentivize you in certain ways. There's profit sharing available, meaning if you get to a certain point in your business, right? They have profit sharing where they cut you 2% or 3% of the company's total net profit. Just like if your job, like in the meal has profit sharing, so they do that. Actually, they just did that recently, I think. So it's the same way the company pays out profit sharing, so. And if you're interested in that, we will talk after this more on that. Yeah. I just want this information out there so people can say, you know what? I have an option. I have a plan B. You got to think about it. If you're working, if you're working a job, right, 30 years later, do you think that you have enough to retire off of? What's your plan B? If you don't have one, we're giving an opportunity. We're giving you an opportunity. I tell people success is where opportunity and preparedness meet. So at this point, you got to think about it. When I say that was kind of going back to being financial, that management, being financially, managing your money. If you spend all your money, how could you be prepared for an opportunity like this? You see what I'm saying? So success is where opportunity and preparedness meet.
Bob Knows Money said he liked them levels. What do I sign up? Let's go.
Right.
So Jared, let me ask you this one question. So right now, Greg can put up 300 for everybody on here, and he'll be well off, huh?
No, it's not that simple. But
nah.
So Chris saying, "Hey, get them all in, get your whole panel in, get them started."
Then you'll make money off of it.
Then Chris can come behind that and double all that.
Chris can't do nothing.
All that come behind. Baby brother can come behind you, right, big brother?
We don't throw Chris into that. It's all about Greg. Stop.
Greg's face.
Hey, stop trying to steal Greg's shine right now. That's all on Greg. That's Greg's shine right now.
So you throw Greg in there and Greg shine, okay? Yes, Greg shines with the help of core water. Okay, core is perfectly balanced pH purified water. All right.
Did I just get to the core?
Huh?
Did I just get to the core?
You just got to the core.
Exactly.
That's the core comment of the day. But you know what? Core does their part. They do their part for the environment, because this bottle and all the bottles are 100% recyclable. They're made from 100% recyclable.
Will it come back as a Bitcoin?
It will come back as a Bitcoin. It'll come back as whatever kind of coin you want it to come back with.
But you know, that's the whole thing I was talking about. So when you put the 300 out for everybody, you're recycling.
Well, I want to get back to that core bottle that you just had, Greg. Now, it only works if you actually put it in the recycling bin.
Oh,
oh no,
that's true.
That's right, Jared.
Big on it. Because if you don't put it in recycling, not being recycled.
Right. You throw it in the regular garbage, it ain't gonna work.
Biodegradable, man. It goes into the air once you do it, okay, and it comes back down as Bitcoin.
Okay.
Y'all know how that works. Come on.
Okay.
Y'all know exactly how that works. Exactly, Chris. That's one of the processes of how the system works. What system? The DopelivenTV system?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
When we get that $300 investment, though, that's
what I'm saying. When Greg put out that 300,
I'm trying to figure out how. Number one, because it's on two levels, Marcella. Number one, Gina come up with the damn $300 level. Number one,
it's a magical number. It's a magical number.
$300 level. You know, everything. The whole conversation. I'm gonna rewind this tonight. Okay?
Jeff started at 300. No, he said 100.
No.
Jeff actually started that, y'all know, and I don't even see Jeff anymore. He started the $300 trend. So
that's what I thought. He did. Yeah. I have a question.
That sounds
How
real
does
good.
Novatech make their money?
That was a question I had too.
Oh, you got to think about it. How does do you think that when a bank trades your money and they give you that 0.01% that they don't make millions? That's exactly what Novatech does. They trade it. They make, I don't know what they make. I'm not worried. I don't count their money as long as they pay me my percentage. But if they make, if they in that week, they made 50%, right? Then they gave me 3. I'm not worried about they 50. Just pay me my 3. Because why? Because all I'm doing is for 45 seconds on a Friday, all I'm doing is compounding my money. I'm not doing any work for it. I've invested.
You have to get up at 5 a.m.
Huh?
You got to get up at 5 a.m. on Friday.
No, I said for 1 minute. Well, 1 minute on a Friday, I go in and I just compound my money. It takes less than a minute to compound your money. And I do
it up at 300 o'clock.
Okay, so how do you compound your money? You say you get up, you do. What do you have to do? You have to.
Yeah, I go on my phone. I go to my back office. Everybody has a back office, and I see what I have. I see what I have to compound, and I just add it onto my principal. It's just a couple clicks, and you're done.
No, but seriously, is it the best time to do that? Early in the morning, in the evening, or all day? It's going to be the same.
Oh, does it matter?
No, it just shows up Friday, so we just all do it on Friday. It doesn't matter.
Anytime, it doesn't matter.
If you forget Friday, do it Saturday.
Yeah, anytime. I said 5 o'clock earlier because my husband got up so early talking about I compounded already, and he's so excited about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I've actually just this past. Well, actually, yes. What was it? What's it? Friday. So that was yesterday morning, I believe. Somebody called me at about 7 o'clock in the morning. Now I know Greg's up at 3, 4 every day. You know, that's that wealth mentality. Wealthy people get up early. So I'm just letting y'all know that wealthy people, they don't sleep. You know, they get up early like Greg.
I haven't been to bed at that time.
However, I was still sleeping at 7 o'clock. I received a phone call. A couple of people came in. They actually on, I think, either Wednesday or Thursday, but they got paid today. They got paid today and compounded today. And they texted me and they were very happy about it. You know?
So this is what I got.
300. What's up?
Yeah, there you go. That's the theory.
This is what 300 got from this.
Yeah, there he is.
Now, there are certain things that I have been. No, babe, I'm on the show now. There are certain things that I've been involved in as well down the line, years ago, and stuff like that. So what I was waiting for was something that was very key that was said. So what happens is, you bring in people and then you make some money off of them, a certain type of percentage. Okay. So it just sounds like to me somebody has found a more stable way through Bitcoin, more stable way through Bitcoin to where you can continue to make money, as opposed to, let's say you buy into something. Most companies, let's say like Team. I used to be a part of Team back in the day. Oren Woodward and Chris Brady. They were big gurus on like motivation back then and whatnot. And they had their little company, whatever. Nobody really do nothing with it. But the whole premise of that was you were selling motivation. And when you sold motivation, you had people, you kept them under you, blah, 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 woo, woo. And as long as you were at the top and you had people under you, always made a certain percentage. Now, what's so interesting about this is the fact that Bitcoin is forever growing. So Mr. 300 can take his 300 of Bitcoin here and always make money. That is the only catch I see. That is the difference from the stuff that I used to be in back then, because now with Bitcoin, it's now a system where we're creating it's a system of high power transactions to where money can be traded. So therefore, you at every peak, you cash out on Friday. And then when you cash out, you're consistently making money off of a profit that the bot system does for you. It completely removes the man out of it. So that way you don't have to go ahead and you don't have to do anything for you. Is there risk? No, there's not more risk, because guess what? We have given that value to Bitcoin. So now we are forever making the value of Bitcoin go up because we believe in it. So Bitcoin is going to continue to go up. So that $300 that I put in will always go up. And what happens is if people pull out, then it's like any other thing that you've been in the past. You won't make the percentage off of them if they don't think it's for them. But anybody who stays in, you'll continue to make that money off of them. Very clever in a sense.
But also, if you, like you said, if everything's been a plus so far, if you take what you put in out, like Jared said earlier, now you're just playing with the house money.
And that's true. And that's what I see. That's the positive I see from it.
And what I got from it, that's what it's going to keep Bitcoin where it's at. You know what I'm saying? Because after 6 months, even if you just put in 300 or whatever, if you put in 100, after that amount of time and you pull your 100 back out and you're just playing with the house's money, that's what's making Bitcoin still stay where it's at. You know what I'm saying? And keeping you where you're at, where now you're just playing with the house's money. You're not losing money. You know what I'm saying? And
exactly. And that's what I was going to round it off to.
Yeah, that's the great thing.
Because that's it. This is a company found a way to leverage something that's going to keep going up. And that way, finally, now people can actually win off of it. Right. As opposed to now, when you put in so much hard work in a company that's just starting off, now there is a lot of risk, because you usually put in that $300, $400, $500, $600, sometimes in most cases $1,000. I've done it. And then you lose that $1,000 and you walk away. But this is pretty legit. I like that. That's pretty good. I
want to say one other thing. What really ultimately drew me to this as well is that I've been in other MLM companies. I've been in multi-level marketing companies. Some did not pan out. Some I've made quite a bit of money in. But the thing about it is, if you wasn't bringing people in, if they wasn't either selling a product or a service, then they wasn't winning. So it was me winning, but my team wasn't winning, right? And I'm like, very few, but I've had hundreds, thousands, and I'm like, and it's, and that didn't sit well with me. With this, what I love about it is that it's not about building a team. It has nothing to do with it. It has that aspect, but you got to realize that if you don't tell a soul, you're going to win. So like, let's just say Jeff come in and he said, I just want to grow my money. You have that available to you. You have that available to you without telling a soul. However, if you choose to tell someone else and be a blessing to somebody else, the company said, you know what? We appreciate you because we're better off because you did that. And that's where the 5% comes at.
Let me ask you this, Jared. So if you put your money in, take it out, and well, it's not even a question, but It's just a scenario. So if I put my money in, take it out, the money I take out that I put in, give it to somebody else to do it, and you continue doing that, you can do that all day, right?
You said the money you made, you take out and do what again with it?
I said the money that I put in, I take it out and just like put it up for someone else to come in.
Oh, you can do, it's your money. Whatever you want to do with it. Yep, it's your money. You can have you want to do. Yep. You know, my mom. I put my mom in. You know,
right.
She's you know.
Is there an age limit, minimum age to this?
18.
Must be 18. Okay.
18 to 300.
There you go. Yeah. What you trying to say, Greg?
I'm trying to say I don't know where they got that damn 300 from, but
oh, okay. You still on that 300? Okay.
300 limit. You know, look, why not 500? Why not 1,000? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is an age limit.
Gain your money yesterday, okay?
Again.
Well, maybe the 300 came from the price of a pair of gym shoes.
Uh-oh.
Where you got to get on the
Why you got to bring the man's gym shoes, Gina?
You know what that sounds like?
Gina, that
sounds like shots
That's
fired.
His investment.
That was a punch.
Yeah, you
were trying to say something?
Yeah, I was just saying that I did hate that it was an age limit because my granddaughter is 15 and I wanted to put her in, but what I decided to do is to put an extra 1,000 in for her. And when she turns 18, I'm going to see what that $1,000 would have brought in the 3 years. Mm-hmm. I'm going to give it to her as a graduation present. I'm going to cash it out, give it to her as a graduation present. She's going to be able to keep like 5,000 of that, but the rest she has to put back in.
Okay, because mine is turning 18 next Wednesday, my granddaughter, but my grandson's only 15. And I'm like, okay. But that sounds like an idea as well.
Yeah, because that calculator will show me what that $1,000 would bring her in 3 years. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm going to cash out and give to her as her graduation present. Then she'll be able to keep the 5,000 and put the rest back in to invest.
Okay,
go ahead on. All of these rich people that are getting ready to come up right now, man. I appreciate all.
Exactly. I mean, because the others do it for their people and we need to do it for ours.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Sounds good.
So, Jared, I'm gonna let you tell everybody what give you the final word, okay? Because we already close out. A final word, man. Just tell us the final word. What do we get from all of this?
Get started. Do something. Do something. Because if you don't do something, you're going to continue to get what you've been getting. You got to do something. If it is not this, invest in something. Start your first stock and watch and see what happens. Invest in a few different stocks. And you got to move your money out of the bank. You got to move it from where it's just sitting and doing nothing into something that's going to do something for you. It doesn't have to be this. But do something. Get started. Jump. Take that leap of faith to change your financial future. Okay. It only takes 2 years to just change your whole world. 2 years, everything can be different in the next 2 years. But you got to get started. You got to do something. You got to spread it out. Like I say, if you spread it enough, it will fall on fertile ground and flourish and give you more than you ever could imagine.
What I told my old girlfriend.
Yeah.
If you spread it out. Anyway, and Annette, I wanted to let you say something as well to close it out.
Okay, well, I think that Jared summed it up very well, but I just do hope that all 5 or 6 of us or whoever is on here, that maybe in a year or so when we come back, that you'll be able to look in your back office and see the profits of what you have planted. Rather than be the one to say, dang, I should have. But again, there's no pressure. It's all up to you. And that's pretty much all I have to say.
I got one last question. What's the max number you can put in?
There is no max.
We had somebody put in $100,000 on the last one.
Well, I had a guy just invested $25,000. So, but there is no max.
Okay. You hear that, Greg? It's no max. You good, bro?
Okay, Greg.
It don't have to
Greg, you got the $300? All right, there you go.
Gina, it don't have to stop at 3.
Well, my last question.
Oh, you got a last question?
Can he invest
Okay,
a pair of $300 gym shoes?
No.
Oh man.
So can I
Hey,
cash?
Greg, you pay $300 for gym shoes?
Yes, he does.
He would. I know he would.
And
He
that's a
loves his
doggone
gym
shame.
shoes.
Every last one of us on this panel know that.
Yeah.
Greg, I didn't know you paid $3. I thought you had the plug.
I don't know
I didn't know you
nothing.
paid $300 gym shoes,
Hey
bro.
Chris, hey
You know,
Chris,
Jeff.
Hey, I'm gonna give you my plug, bro. I got you.
Chris. You know I ain't been on. I ain't had the TV show in a minute, so them plugs they've been unplugged. Okay, I'm working on them, but you know the TV show been off for a little while. Okay, they know me, but they keep walking. You know they say, "Oh, Greg, what have you done for me lately?" You know.
I'll hook you up, man.
I'm cool.
I'll hook you up with my Jordan rep. I got you.
Man, my life is great. My life is great. It's getting ready to get greater, okay, because of my guy Jared, my girl Annette Coles, said it right, and everybody on here, okay.
Yes,
everybody,
you
we
did.
want to thank you, Jared and Annette, for coming on and hanging out with us. Everybody needs to take a moment to, as Jared said, to jump. You know, sometimes you got to jump without that parachute, okay, and see where you land. You got to make sure that you have the faith, though, the faith in what you're doing, the faith that it's going to come out right, and
Exactly.
and trust in the fact that you know you're not making bad decisions with your future. We want to create generational wealth for those that are coming behind us. Like Annette was saying, you know, she's giving it to her son, and you know, Gina with a granddaughter was a granddaughter. But you know, we want to make sure we create generational wealth, and it gets harder and harder. But Jared has just given us a way to make it, you know, pretty simplified, make it easier. So we thank you guys for coming on. Jared, again, anytime you want to give me a call to say, hey, Greg, I got some more information for the people. We're gonna put you on, okay? Annette, you're more than welcome to come on as well. Anytime you guys get ready, you got information you want to give, encouragement you want to give. That's what the show's about. Go ahead, Chris.
I was going to tell Jared to stay on once we go off.
Yeah, hang out. Annette, you can stay on too. Just hang out because we normally do a little talking after the show's off, so the credits and stuff will roll, and then we hang out and talk. All right. So, but yeah, we want to thank you guys for coming on. Okay, I call you guys the financial strategist, and I think that we should do this once a week at least. What y'all think?
Minimum, if possible. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You down, Jared?
I'm with it. Let's go.
You down on that?
Yes, I am.
Come on, hang out with us once a week. We might call it Financial Fridays. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
I like that.
Take the place of that other stuff we was doing on Friday. Anyway. Again, congratulations, Gino, on a job well done yesterday on the Distinguished Authors Award. All right, Jeff got an event coming up November the 18th in Nashville, Tennessee. And Jeff, real quickly, man, tell everybody about it real quick.
Yes, it's Secure Business Tour. November 18th, we'll be in Nashville, but November 19th is when we'll be presenting and everything. It'll be that Friday. And it's called CEOs United Reach Everyone. And the thing is, we're all coming together because it's 5 of us. And with 5 of us, I'm going to be opening up with mindset. Matthew Santana will be coming on next with branding. We'll have Carl Witherspoon coming on with health and fitness. And we'll also have Jennifer Williams and Neapolis Malik Malachi who are doing the personal credit and business credit / trust part of the presentation.
Hey, wouldn't Jared be a great asset to your cure?
Jared will be an asset. Wouldn't be bad. It was something. It gives us another. It will give us another dynamic of as far as cryptocurrency is concerned. You know what I mean? And but it's just one of those things that we're trying to help reach CEOs. We're trying to help people who are starting their businesses or also have their businesses started. We're trying to help them get in the right frame of mind so that they can execute branding well, help themselves within their body, their temple. You know what I mean? Make sure that's right. And also go ahead and get that paperwork done too, as far as the trust work can be done, and as far as the business and personal credit, because you know, bring them hand in hand, time together. You know what I mean? Make sure they both working for each other. You know, but that's the whole point of the Cure Business Tour.
November the 18th, everybody, you're in the Nashville, Tennessee area, go check it out. It'll be well worth your time. Most definitely. Okay. This is DopelivenTV Live. Okay. Again, thank you, Jared. Thank you enough for coming on. Y'all hang out for a minute. Okay. We had a great week, and we'll see you guys again Monday. All right. It's DopelivenTV Live. Peace.
All right.